in Switch, a man's sensibility is in a woman's body, but I'm wondering if it takes that kind of switch, Ellen Barkin, to maybe blow the whistle on a few things that women generally are uncomfortable with themselves. The hair, the clothes. Could we make a list? What are some of the, being a woman and the clothes and hairstyles you have to go through? When is it just a real drag, even from a woman's point of view?
Wearing a tight skirt and high heels can be a real drag all the time.
I've never figured out the dynamics of knowing where it is at all times.
I know. It's an ingrained thing.
And when a fashion style like that comes back around, is it greeted with dismay among your sisters? Or?
Well, it could be, but you know, it looks so great. So
Yeah.
what do? Yeah. You wear pants a lot.
Okay.
Or I do, anyway.
One of my favorite scenes is your impatience at getting an appointment at the hair salon. So
Yeah.
you...
Cut my hair. Well, I also think, you know, men don't get that. They go in to get a haircut, it's called. We go to have our hair done.
And pay twice, 4 times as much money.
A million times as much money, I think.
So does that happen sometimes among women that you know, the heck with this, let's just go to the barber shop?
No.
No. No.
My God, the barber shop?
Yeah.
Never.
But you know, when
Not
your
any
character
woman I
does that, though, that's great fun. Because it's like, let's cut through all of the crap here and just cut the hair. You
Well,
know?
I think also the hair is such an issue with him. You know, not having dealt with hair, it can be an incredibly annoying thing if you start to think about what this feels like tickling my neck and, you know, how long it takes to dry the hair. I mean, your arms are in this position for, you know, half an hour.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
And about how many minutes to 20 does you say?
I'd say half an hour it takes to dry hair.
You have an awful time with your hair in this picture.
Yeah, I do. It's always in my face. It's always...
Are we in danger, or maybe it's a good thing, of this becoming one of the Ellen Barkin signatures? Your hair in all of your movies seems to become a part of the persona somehow, you know?
Does it?
Yeah. You're always brushing it back. It's always, we're aware of it all the time.
Won't my hairdressers be happy about that?
What do you think?
I don't
even
know.
the way you wear your hair now, it's sort of a little bit over the eyes.
God, I
Yeah.
never thought about that. Is that true?
Well, I would think that as much time as we spend on hair, that you have to be aware of, you know.
Of my hair?
Yeah, of how it's going to make you appear and how it affects the role.
Well, you know, hair is a nice thing when you go to work because it, you know, I can't change my nose or my eyes or my lips, but I can certainly change my hair. So it's one of the few things that are attached to your body that has a certain amount of flexibility to it.
What are some other things that women are going to react to with great pleasure when they see your character just getting distraught at what a woman is having to go through? They don't have to be a man to share that.
Well, you know, there's a great scene where he's walking with one of the young execs in the agency where I think he kind of really lets him have it. And you know, this whole bra thing fascinated me.
Yeah.
Because that was something else of the idea that if you've never worn a bra, which most men haven't done, you know, what it feels like to have like a band of some stretch fabric around your chest with hooks on the back and straps here digging into you.
And the circulation is
the
not being helped.
adjustment of it, you know. I mean, you would be incredibly uncomfortable if I put like an elastic thing around you.
Why then do you do it? Is it for men, these
Do we
fashion
wear bras?
restrictions,
Keep our
the
breasts
high
up.
heels?
I know that won't be in the interview.
But the high heels, they hurt your back. I mean, why?
I know. Well, unfortunately, I'm sure it all began for men. I mean, I think probably it was invented by, I don't think a woman ever invented a high heel shoe, to tell you the truth. But for better or for worse, I'm sure, I mean, I've come to love them. I love high heels and short skirts.
Take a mode of behavior, though, as a woman, characteristically, that you just do detest, though. That you wish you could just do away with. Some fashion, some kind of habit that, as a woman, you seem to be just stuck with, you know? Some expectation maybe imposed on you.
Well, I don't know. You know, I don't feel that way,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't feel stuck with anything. I think what we're really, I mean, the big picture is that women are not allowed to really be themselves the way men are. Women spend their lives adjusting and repositioning themselves for men.
And the band.
Well, it's for men. For men to do this, you go to work a certain way so you don't offend the men, and if anything could change, that would be nice.
Do you think as then women watch this picture, they're going to be cheering at some of the scenes where you raise a ruckus about things like
I hope so.
I guess I'm wondering how women are going to react to this. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I wonder how men will react to it.
Well, that was my reaction, thinking, I'm glad that you're cutting through the Gordian knot. If you want to get a haircut, you go to the barbershop. You know?
I mean, I think it makes women look great in a way. I mean, it's a true Blake Edwards movie in the sense that everybody is there a television word for asshole? I mean, what can I say? No, really, I'm serious, because it's an important thing to say. Everybody's a creep in this movie. It's not like the men are bad and the women are good, and in SOB, everybody was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And this is, the same thing. The women are one way and the men are one way, and so, it's stereotypes on both sides. And I think the character of Steve, supposedly, I would hope, is every man and every woman, and trying to come to terms with the melding of those two.
And which gender will you choose to live out eternity in? It's a great last line.
Yeah.
Something to think about. Ellen Barkin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're in Los Angeles talking about Switch. I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV5.
Creep, is that good?
Yeah, that'll